Hey guys, it's Rich with your Monday Spot on the Pagan Perspective, and this week our topic is a team member topic based on a viewer suggestion. All the parts will be in the bottom bar below in the description, but it reads, at least the question for us in particular, reads, does your local culture and history influence your path or practice? If so, how do you go about learning it? Okay, as far as local history, I am now currently in New Jersey. I grew up out towards the Pittsburgh area, about an hour outside of Pittsburgh, 2 hours depending on where and when in my life you're talking about. But not really a big influence on my practice. A lot of my practice comes from like European witchcraft and um some Appalachian witchcraft, some uh, voodoo type of witchcraft, different types of witchcraft kind of melded together, and of course, with the incorporation of Christian witchcraft. So, a lot of that is just an amalgamation. I have basically a smorgasbord of practices and um, traditions that I go with or um, that I honor in one way or another. So I can't really say that um, local practices or local histories have anything specifically to do with my practice. However, I have heard and I have continually wanted to learn more about spirits of place. And it's something that intrigues me and I really want to learn more about it. And I haven't really gotten to that point of learning about spirits of place, but I would like to learn more about it. I think that is an interesting uh, venue to go along. So I want to talk a little bit about that and how I might go about doing this. So in the local area, what I would do if I were to honor spirits of place to begin with, and this is what my plan is for the future in learning more about the spirits of place, the spirits of the place where I am currently residing, is I will look up the tribes that have inhabited this land before the settlers came in and pushed them out. um, I would first research them and research what they believed and some of their culture um, and how they viewed spirits and the earth in general and the specific earth uh, and area around this specific area that I live in New Jersey. So that's one step that I would take. Another would be to learn about the plant systems that are populating the area. And then learn about different types of wildlife that are populating in this area. Not only the ones that are now populating the area, but the ones that populated it before um, major construction went on and whatnot. So those would be some things that I would start to look into. And one place that I would probably go would be local historical societies. Uh, I would say, seeing that I am a genealogy type person, I would look into different records, genealogical records of people that have resided here and what they had to say about the area. And some of those you can find in local history books. You can find those whenever, like, I'm in Burlington County in New Jersey. So I would look into the Burlington Historical Society. There's a Beverly Historical Society. I would look into those different historical societies um, to see if they have any firsthand accounts of the types of animals, the types of trees, the basically the wildlife, the nature that was inhabiting this area before people came to settle here. Most likely, you'll find some things. You might not find out everything that was here, but you'll find some stuff. Uh, Again, learning about the local tribes that inhabited this area, I would learn primarily probably through the historical societies to first know what tribes inhabited the area, and then I would go on and search the belief systems of those tribes. Come here, Jelly. Somebody wants her daddy. So, anyway, I would go to historical societies, find out who inhabited the area and what their belief systems entailed. Um, I would find out how they viewed spirit, whether it be um, god and goddess or ancestral or elemental. I would start looking into those different aspects of their belief system. Seeing that they lived off of the land, they probably would have more of a connection to spirits of place. And after that, it would basically be a lot of sitting around and um trying to reach out and connect with those spirits. Stuff such as leaving an offering or just sitting in quiet meditation up against a tree to, commune with that tree in particular. Some of these trees have a lot more wisdom than what we give them credit for sometimes. So I would want to sit and commune with that tree, just go into that uh, deep meditation and be one with the tree, be one with the ground around you, and really listen to what it all has to say to me. So that would be the first steps that I would take to communing with spirits of place. So that kind of covers the local culture and the spirits of place that I wanted to talk about. As far as the local history that might influence your practice, um, again, not a lot of local history, at least around here, that influences my practice. Um, but if I wanted to learn more about the local history, I would definitely, again, go to the local historical societies. Um, Start reading up on any documentation that you have of the local area. Reading old newspapers is a fantastic source. You get a firsthand account from that time period. Um, Again, skewed either one way or another, depending on who's writing it, but you get at least some semblance of an idea of how people lived and what the situations were around certain events in that area. And who knows, you might uncover a little nugget that you didn't know even was a historical point in your local town. So, things like that are fascinating to me. And I haven't really done much around here in New Jersey, basically because my focus has been on other things around here. But, I might actually start looking a little bit more into the historical parts of New Jersey. I live in actually a fairly historical area within New Jersey in Burlington County and whatnot. So I should probably look into that a little bit more, seeing that I'm a lover of history. I know I don't live too far from Roebling, which is a place that the family made suspension bridges and whatnot. One that is actually the Golden Gate Bridge and the George Washington Bridge in New York. So I don't live too far from the place where those bridges were manufactured. I live about a half an hour, 45 minutes away from a buckboard manufacturer, which were the old open carriages and whatnot, horse-drawn carriages. I live not too far from there. Uh, Burlington County specifically had a lot of coal mines. It was a very much a Quaker town, so that would be something else that I would look into. Um, and yeah, local history, stuff like that was very much a manufacturing part. Um, Not that much that would historically impact my practice itself, but if we get more into the Philadelphia area, you might have more of a sense of like the patriotism or the um, communing with the founding fathers and and the signing of the Declaration of Independence and all that stuff. So you can probably incorporate that with your practice. However, not something that I think I would really do. And I don't know if I could really latch on to a historical aspect living in such a baby country. Um, I don't know if I could connect that with such an older type of based practice. So I don't know if I could really incorporate those historical aspects into my practice as part of my practice. So I would probably stick more to the cultural aspects, the spirits of place, the indigenous peoples that had incorporated this area or um, who had inhabited this area, I should say, um, before the settlers came through and pushed them back, wiped them out, and all that stuff. So, yeah. With all that being said, I think I've rambled on long enough. Until next week, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye bye.